Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games, and today I'm playing Slay the Spire. This time on Slay the Spire, the challenge is my Automaton challenge, which essentially means you have to play the cards in your hand from left to right. I've never beaten this challenge. This is actually the only one of my challenges that I have not won a game with, although we got very close with the Silent. Which means I'm going to stay at a relatively low ascension level because I'd like to get a win. However, the only character that I haven't played this challenge with, which is who I'm going to start with, is the Watcher, who is the worst character for this challenge. So it's going to be hard. And welcome to the stream, Debbie. So, the Watcher. And I said Ascension 3, let's go to Ascension 3, try to get a win, try to set a personal record, which is essentially winning with this challenge once at this point. Now, why is the Watcher the worst character to play this challenge with? Well, there's a few reasons, actually. One of them is the way that the Watcher works, dancing between stances. So you've got your Wrath stance and your Calm stance. It's very important when playing as the Watcher to not end your turn in Wrath when the enemy is attacking you for a lot of damage. If you play your cards left to right, you can't avoid this in many cases, which means that it's particularly bad to be playing with cards that put you in Wrath when playing this Automaton challenge. Secondly, is retain cards, which includes the starting relic here. The starting relic adds a miracle to your hand, which is a retain card. Retain cards stay in your hand across turns, but they end up being the leftmost card in your hand. So I can't actually retain a card for multiple turns and play the other cards that I draw. That's the second reason why the Watcher is a poor character to play this challenge with. The third reason is that there are some Watcher cards that care about the order that you play different things in. For example, the follow-up attack is an attack card, which you get your energy back if you played an attack card immediately before it. There's also Sash Whip, which is a similar thing, where if you've played an attack card before it, you apply weak to an enemy. So those three aspects of the Watcher all really care about the order that you play your cards in, which is why this challenge is particularly hard with the Watcher. That's another way of saying the Watcher, above all of the rest of the characters, matters the order that you play your cards. Which is why the Watcher is considered the most difficult character to play, even though she has the highest win rate against skilled players. So, now that we've said all that, what are we going to do here? Well, I actually see three good options. Transform a card, we can get rid of the Eruption. We can just go no Eruption in the deck, and therefore not have the problem of ending our turn in Wrath. So Transform is good, for the same reason Transform 2 is good. And finally, we could lose our starting relic, obtain a boss relic, get rid of this, which really is the same relic as a Lantern right now. It adds 1 energy for your first turn, but nothing after that. So we could lose that because it's doing very little for us, and get a boss relic instead. I think I'm going to choose the Transform 2, but let's look at our map first. Alright, well, this tells me that I am definitely going to use the Transform 2. My reasoning here is that there's not an early shop that I want to go to. There's not an early shop that I want to go to, then I don't have much other reason to have this money at the very beginning. So let's transform 2 cards. One of them being Eruption, because we don't want to go into Wrath randomly. I will leave the Vigilance in. One of the options here is to do Eruption Vigilance, but we could end up in a much worse state in which we transform both of these and we get one card that gives us Wrath and we have no way to get out of Wrath. So let's do this. And I do think I want to get rid of a Normally I would get rid of a defend early, but if we don't have eruption, we might want to transform a strike. Alright, what do we get? Inner Peace. All right, so we are, interestingly, we got more stance cards than we started with, but at least the Simmering Fury, we've got a turn before we end up in Wrath. So, and we have 2 ways to get out of Wrath. So we're kind of in a worse spot because we have extremely little damage in the deck, but we're kind of in a better spot because we are less likely to be in Wrath the whole time. Alright, let's see how this goes. It could end very quickly, but we'll see how it goes. I think that I want to go to events early because I think I want to change the deck by removing or transforming cards more than I want to change the deck by adding cards after combats. So, left to right means that we can play the Miracle, defend, strike, and then we have to choose whether to play Simmering Fury or not. I do have to play my cards left to right, but I do not have to play a card. And this is one of the places where I might choose not to play that card. Simmering Fury would mean we would be trapped in Wrath potentially, unless Vigilance was an early card in the next turn. But I actually think that being trapped in Wrath is what we want in this early fight, because we want to be doing lots of damage really fast, and we only have 3 attack cards. So, let's go. We're in Wrath, and we did end up in a situation where we cannot get out of Wrath. So, we just played this. Take 2 damage, but we dealt 12. Not terrible, but it doesn't say good things for next turn. Right, we're going to take 15 damage this turn. At least we draw 2 cards. Actually, drawing 2 cards doesn't help too much when we don't get to choose what we draw. Okay, we can at least get out of Wrath, but it'd be nicer if we could play this Strike and just win right now. We just aren't allowed to do that. Inner Peace, draw some cards. Strike, go into Wrath next turn. Alright. We get past the first floor. There was a real question there whether we would get past the first floor, but we made it, and we got a Fear Potion, which is a good thing. So, Flurry of Blows is actually pretty decent in the deck that we have so far, since we're likely to be switching between stances a lot, and 0-cost cards are one of the only cards that we can always play. On the other hand, Pressure Points. Pressure Points is one of the ways to deal a significant amount of damage without ever entering Wrath. The problem, of course, is that we don't get to choose to play the Pressure Points. So both of these are an option. I'm really not considering Carve Reality. With the deck that we have, Pressure Points might be very good if we can get more of them. Because if I add a Pressure Points and I remove Simmering Fury, that could be good. I would have to somehow deal with the fact that I have many other cards that are not Pressure Points that we would have to play sometimes. I think I'm going to have to go with what the deck is currently presenting, which means Flurry of Blows. Although, if I see a Pressure Point very soon, I'm going to be sad that I did not choose Pressure Points. Alright, the event happens to be another fight. And there's not much to do here. If we play any cards, we have to play the Miracle. It might be better to just play no cards and have the Miracle for next turn. I think that's the way we're going to do it. Play no cards, therefore we get 1 more energy next turn. Okay, Miracle, Flurry of Blows. And then we can play all of these cards, which means we can defeat this little slime. And next turn we're going to start our turn in Wrath. We don't get to draw that Flurry of Blows though, because it's going to be shuffled back into the deck first. We drew it anyway, but we drew it after... it's positioned after the Vigilance, which is not the best. Well, we have to play the cards left to right, so we play all the defends just so that we can play the Flurry of Blows. Every single battle is a real problem, isn't it? That Flurry of Blows basically means that as long as we draw one... I said Flurry of Blows, I meant Simmering Fury. Alright, what can we do now? We could get Foreign Influence, which is interesting, except for I believe that if you add a card to your hand, it ends up in the rightmost slot. So, actually, we could play the Foreign Influence, but we might not be able to play the card we get from Foreign Influence. And like I talked about before, retain cards are particularly bad with this challenge. On the other hand, zero-cost cards are good, and considering that we're in Wrath sometimes, Halt might be just what we need. Alright, what are we going to do? I'm definitely going to this Fire if I get there. I'm most likely not going to this Elite after the Fire, which is sad, but I think we would die. So let's keep going events. Ooh. Don't have a lot of health to spend. I'm going to go for 2. So try once, we got it immediately. Alright. Mummified Hand. Whenever you play a power card, a random card in your hand costs 0. That encourages us to get power cards, which we don't have any of yet. Match and keep. Okay, well, let's see what we get. Writhe. Let's not get the Writhe. Judgment is somewhat interesting. It's a conditional card, which is not what you want. Foresight is a power. And, ooh, the Scry 3. Scry is excellent in this sort of challenge. So we actually do want that Foresight. We can just find the other one. Dramatic Entrance isn't bad. We apparently got that. Prostrate, not bad. Zero-cost cards are good in this challenge. We don't want Eruption. We do not want Eruption, so I'm not going to take that Eruption. Very sad that we didn't get the Foresight. I wanted that Foresight. Alright. Well, we can play all of the cards in our hand, which means we can actually defend, even though the defend is the rightmost card. We get to defend this time. Which is good, otherwise we'd probably die. We can actually also defeat this front louse, because the Strike and Flurry of Blows defeats it. That was actually a good turn. I didn't get to choose the turn, but it was good. So we have to play the leftmost first, which is Vigilance. That means we're at least not getting damaged. Then defend. Then the next one we have to play is Halt, so that we can play the Flurry. And we have to play the first 2 defends and the Simmering Fury. Really, if we draw Flurry, we're fine, and we were guaranteed to draw Flurry, actually. So, fine so far. The Weave would be good if we had Scry, which we don't have yet. Follow-up, not the best when you don't get to choose what card comes before it. I'm considering the Weave anyway, because we kind of do want Scry in this deck. Scry works with the challenge, and another zero-cost card might be good. I think I like having a fair amount of zero-cost cards for this challenge. I might be going a little bit too hard on zero costs. We'll see. And I feel the need to rest. We could attempt an Elite right now. I think we might die if we did that. Let's go this way and go towards this Fire. Miracle, Dramatic Entrance. And then we can play the rest of the cards. So I guess let's defeat the right Fungi Beast. And then we get to play all of our cards again, including playing Flurry of Blows twice. There we go. Flurry of Blows twice when we don't get to dictate the order. And then we can play the Weave, but we can't play the Vigilance. And then we can play the Defend if we want. Alright. Hey, we made it past floor 7. That's something. Not considering the Protect, I am considering Cut Through Fate. Cut Through Fate is good for a couple reasons. One of the reasons is Weave. One of the reasons is that Scry allows us to figure out what the next turn is going to be a little bit more. This one definitely needs an upgrade though. The upgrade makes it so that we Scry 3, which I think is quite important. So let's get the Cut Through Fate. And let's upgrade it at the next one. So let's upgrade our Cut Through Fate. Yeah, that is the one I want to upgrade. We get Matryoshka. Does nothing for us now, it does something for us later if we survive. Not really what I wanted right now. Getting bonus relics in the next 2 only matters if we get there, and I'm currently worried about getting there at all. I think I want to go this route. That gives us a shop and an elite. I think we might be able to take out the elite, but I don't know if I need to rest to take it out. We'll figure that out when we get there. Miracle Dramatic Entrance is what we do on every single battle. The Weave doesn't really matter where we put the Weave, I guess. Oh, it does, because this one only has 3 block, so we can deal it 1 damage. And we get to defend everything. It's really nice when you get to defend everything, when you don't get to choose what to play. So, Halt, excellent. Very glad we put the Halt in the deck. I'm going to defeat the one... Do I get to defeat all of these? I do, so it doesn't matter which order I do them in, because we get to play Cut Through Fate. We could draw the Flurry, for example, and we get the Weave back. Not that either of those things mattered, but it's nice to see the deck working. Duplication Potion is nice. That can get us out of a bind. I really like Talk to the Hand. There's nothing about Talk to the Hand that makes it worse in this challenge, so let's get it. And I do think I want to go toward this elite. The question is, do we rest or not? I don't want to rest. Can I afford to not rest and instead smith a card? What card would I smith? I would probably smith Talk to the Hand. And I would be heavily leaning on these 2 potions if we smith. Let's smith. So, Talk to the Hand. You are going to give us more block and deal a little bit more damage. Alright, we got the Gremlin Knob. One of the worst to see, but honestly the way we've built our deck is pretty decent for it. I definitely am going to use the Sphere Potion though. Make that Gremlin Knob vulnerable. I think we really do have a chance again in this fight though. Even though we don't get to choose which cards we play, I think we have a chance. Don't like what we have to do here. Playing Vigilance is definitely better than not playing Vigilance, but it's not better by a lot. It's only better by a small amount. We do get to play Flurry though, because of playing the Vigilance. That's useful. So we have to play Inner Peace. And then the question is, do I play Talk to the Hand twice? Do I use my potion here to double play Talk to the Hand? I think I do. So let's duplicate Talk to the Hand. That gives us more block. I could play Halt to gain 3 block, but that seems like just a mistake. Unless I'm going to win next turn definitely. Which is not definite. This is my discard pile. Don't feel great about that. If I play Halt, I gain 3 block this turn, but our Gremlin Knob here deals 2 more damage. So it would be protecting only 1 this turn, but it would make next turn worse. And I don't want to do that. Okay. Not a great hand. But we will block for as much as we can and deal as much damage as we can. Because next turn we've got 2 strikes that are going to be in the leftmost part of our hand, which means we win. And we make it past the Gremlin Knob, heavily leaning on those potions. Strawberry. Raise our max HP by 7. It's fine. So far, none of the relics we've picked up have done anything except for Strawberry. And it did a little bit. We need a relic that helps us more, though. Scrawl is not wonderful. It's better the more zero-cost cards we add to the deck. Prostrate is another zero-cost card. Evaluate is a better block card. I think I will choose Prostrate. Do I want to... I want to rest here. We'll rest at 1, we'll smith the next one. Okay, what do we have? We can always remove a card. Removing a card seems pretty nice. The Like Water looks pretty good for this deck. We end our turn in calm most of the time. So Like Water is nice. Sanctity is another card that cares about what you played before it, which is not great for this challenge. And the other options are potions. If these potions were different potions, I would consider them more highly. But I don't particularly like these potions. So let's go Like Water. And I say I don't particularly like these potions, I mean specifically for Hexaghost, which is our boss. Hexaghost, we really need to deal damage to Hexaghost really fast. And those potions don't really help with that. We need to smith a damage card. Preferably a damage card that we play multiple times. So not Dramatic Entrance. Currently that's Weave and Flurry of Blows. I guess the Flurry is the one that we play most often. So Flurry of Blows, you get upgraded. And let's see if we can survive against Hexaghost. Don't feel great so far, but we'll see. We do get to play Flurry of Blows twice this first turn, though. That's nice. I don't think that we have the damage output needed to defeat Hexaghost, by the way. The Simmering Fury does help. I like drawing the Simmering Fury this turn, because being in Wrath next turn is what you want, but definitely not this turn. And Prostrate. We put Prostrate in the deck. It has, in my opinion, helped already. Alright, we are in Wrath. We have to play Like Water first. That makes a defend cost 0. That means we get to defend a little bit more this turn. But we don't need it. We really needed something else. Cut Through Fate. If we draw that, we get to play it. Let's draw it. Great. So actually, the Mummified Hand made it so that we got to play this Talk to the Hand rather than not play it, because we get to play this Defend and not run out of energy. Cool. That was pretty nice. Defended fully, did a lot of damage. We're still in Wrath, but, well, not much I can do about that currently. And it looks like not much we can do about it this turn either. Alright, so we're exiting Wrath. Yeah, we're exiting Wrath. We still get to play Weave. We get to play Cut Through Fate, which means we get to play Weave again. And the only one that does anything this turn is Prostrate. I'm fine with that. Let's draw the Prostrate. Better than drawing it next turn, I guess. No choices, just deal the damage. We're going to end up in Wrath here, which is not the turn we wanted to be in Wrath, honestly. But here we are. We did have a ton of energy though, which is good because we get to block most of this. Not all of it, but most of it. So we play the Prostrate, we can't play the Burns, which means next is Cut Through Fate. Cut Through Fate, we don't get to Scry, which means we're not choosing what we draw. It looks like we are surviving this turn. The real question is next turn, though. Next turn, we probably die. We'll find out. Can we make it past Hexaghost? Well, Blurry does help. We're going to end in Calm, which doesn't really do much when the Hexaghost is doing 24 damage. Oh, we just barely are surviving, aren't we? Alright. We're barely surviving. Actually, we've got 10 health. That's a little bit more than barely. But we are getting burn pluses, which is not great. And we do play the Prostrate. If we play that Prostrate again, we do get to go into Divinity. Divinity Stance is actually pretty nice because you gain energy when you go into Divinity Stance. So you could be in a situation where you couldn't play cards, but then you enter into Divinity and then you can. Alright. We go into Divinity and then win. Made it past Hexaghost. I'm actually pretty excited so far. I did not have a strong opinion that we'd make it this far with the Watcher and this challenge on Ascension 3, but we made it this far. Vault is usually not a bad card. Devotion is a power. We currently get benefits off of playing powers. Also, I like getting Mantra every turn. That works well with our Prostrate, which also gives us Mantra every turn. So Devotion is a strong pick. Vault is kind of a medium pick because you don't choose when you play it. That makes it a lot worse. And then Establishment only works with retain cards, which we really don't have any retain cards right now, so this would do nothing. Let's take Devotion. Alright, Holy Water is not great. Holy Water replaces Pure Water, gives you 3 miracles at the start. That would mean our first turn, we play 3 miracles as the first 3 cards that we play. Which is not what we want, because we're unlikely to be able to play all of that energy. The Slaver's Collar means that boss and elite combats we gain extra energy, and the Empty Cage removes 2 cards, which I'm strongly considering. Hello Blake, welcome to the stream. So I'm strongly considering 2 of those options. Slaver's Collar giving extra energy is good, that means we get to play more cards. It's a little bit worse because we have filled our deck with a lot of 0-cost cards. And the Empty Cage is always good. The Empty Cage is always good. The problem with Empty Cage is the opportunity cost. There might be a better boss relic. Empty Cage we could remove... What would I remove? I might remove a strike and a defend with Empty Cage. Yeah, let's do Empty Cage, remove a strike and a defend. And move on. Making it to Act 2 feels pretty good. We have a little bit of money, but not enough that I really want to go to an early shop. The only way that we avoid a relatively early elite is by going... Oh, we could go either here or here to avoid an early elite. I think we should do that. And then... probably this path is best. I don't really want to go after the burning elite. So if that path is best... I guess I want to go here. This is my path through the act, and I get to choose, do I go to a shop early or not, especially when there's no late shop. I guess we'll go to an early shop because there's no late shop. Although, if these guys steal all of my money, then going to an early shop is not great. They steal 15 money every time they attack. Very annoying. Who do we go after? I normally go after the back one, the mugger, first. That really only matters if you're going to defeat him quickly, and I don't know if we're going to defeat him quickly. Maybe we should go after the front one because we're only going to defeat one. Let me think about this battle that I fought many times before, in a different way than I have before. I think we go after the looter. Not what I normally do. If we're going after the looter, we probably want to play Talk to the Hand on the looter. But playing it on the mugger would be nice if we're defeating the looter this turn. I guess we're going to put it on the looter because we are trying to defeat that looter. We are going to get our card back, the scry card. So of these, what I want to play is Like Water. Let's play Like Water. Devotion is not really something we care about this battle, but because of Mummified Hand, I'm going to leave it there. So we draw it as the leftmost card next turn. We perfectly defeat the looter, by the way, making me feel pretty good about that choice. So Devotion being the card here means that a random other card costs 0, but then we also don't get to play, we don't have to draw that power again later. If this battle lasts that long. It doesn't seem like it's going to. Yep, the battle is over. We did not even get close to defeating the mugger. Alright. That's a pretty strong indication of the strength of the deck, but at least we didn't take much damage, which is good. So, definitely don't want Tantrum, not the deck for Tantrum. Crescendo, equally not the deck for that. And Sash Whip, this is one of those cards that cares about the order you play your cards in, which we don't get to choose. So let's skip those. Ooh, this one could be a painful one. For one, we're getting hit for 12 this turn. I'm going to use the Swift Potion here. That way we play the Devotion, and it makes something free, and then we do get to play that thing. And this also meant that we didn't take 12 damage this turn. So that was a pretty decent use of a potion for a challenge where the potions are maybe not as good as they normally are. Do I want to play Simmering Fury? I do want to play Simmering Fury, okay. You always have to question, is this a good idea? You know, it's kind of a good idea, right? Whatever I draw, I don't get to play unless what I draw is Prostrate. So, do I draw Prostrate? Yes, I do. Do I want those other cards for the future turns? I want Vigilance to be the leftmost card for a future turn. Great. Now we play Halt, we play Defend, and we play Prostrate. Fully block, but we did add a bunch of Dazed into our deck, which is not great. Oh, I missed the fact that I was going to be in Divinity the turn that I put Vigilance on the top. Terrible. Terrible decision making. Oh well. So, talk to the hand, then we get to play Inner Peace, which draws cards. Then we maybe get to play those cards. We get to play a Defend. It's something. Oh man. What do we do here? I mean, I guess we look at our deck. Our deck has a bunch of zero-cost cards. Most of them are attacks. Okay, I guess we play Prostrate and Simmering Fury. The next question is, do we play 2 Defends, which could make it so that we draw a whole bunch of Dazed. I think we have to. For the real problem of potentially taking too much damage in this battle and not surviving a future battle. Oh man, that did not work out well. This was exactly what I feared. But at least one of them was Halt. So that ended up worse for us. We rolled the dice and we lost the die roll there. A Bottled Miracle. You know, this is a much better potion in this challenge than it normally is. How about that? I like that. And do we want another Flurry of Blows? I think we do. Sure. Are we going to that shop still? We have less gold because of the mugger. I think we still go to the shop. I could get Mental Fortress. Mental Fortress is good. Empty Fist is not bad. Let's get Mental Fortress. Whenever we change stances, gain 4 block. And then Empty Fist would cause us to change stances more often, as well as being a pretty decent attack card. So let's add that, and we're done. Hello, Ricky Nicky. Welcome to the stream. The twist is written up here, if you can read it. When I'm playing a card, I have to play the leftmost card. So it's a very challenging one, especially for the character we're playing. A Writhe. A Writhe would be pretty bad, but a Relic would be amazing. I don't think we're taking this. So, as I'm doing in every battle, but I'll demo, I have to play the leftmost card first. Normally, there would be no value in playing this Miracle, because I don't have the need for more energy this turn, but because I have to play the leftmost card anytime I play a card, the leftmost playable card, I have to play the Miracle in order to play any other card in my hand. So it's a challenge that really messes with you trying to intelligently order the cards that you're playing, which is something that you usually want to do when you're playing as the Watcher, or any character, but mostly the Watcher. Alright, we are in bad straits. In fact, I think we have to use our Miracle in order to survive this turn, our potion, our Bottled Miracle. Because we have to play Simmering Fury, and then we have to play Strike, and then we don't have enough to play Vigilance, our only block card. So we play the Bottled Miracle. We still have to play these left to right, which is not the way that you want to play them. So we play Inner Peace first, and then we have to play both Miracles, and then Vigilance, and then Flurry of Blows. Really not the order that you'd want to play those cards. And we're in Wrath now. Can we get out of Wrath this turn? It doesn't look like it. think we die here. We can draw that halt and play the halt because of Cut Through Fate. And whoever we're attacking... Let's see here. If we attack the Fungi Beast, we're going to be getting... He's going to be doing 21 times 2 instead of 14 times 2. So that goes up 14. On the other hand, if we send all of our attacks at Shelled Parasite, the Talk to the Hand gives us more block. Okay, I think we're dying this turn, but the only way for me to potentially survive is what I'm doing. So I don't want that Mental Fortress, no. The only thing that benefits me in this draw pile is the halt. So we draw the halt, we get Defend, we get Flurry of Blows, we get a Strike, and then we get to play Flurry, Halt, and Weave. The real question is, do we send the Weave at the Fungi Beast? Ho-ho, we're actually blocking for a lot. But are we blocking for enough? No. No, we're not blocking for enough. Let's think about it. If we hit the Shelled Parasite with the Weave, we get 3 more block. That's 37. We lose 28 to that one, so we'd go down to 9, and then we would die by the Fungi Beast over here would deal us enough damage that we die with 5 extra damage being put on us. So we play the Weave here, and then we calculate the same thing. We're dying by 2 this time. So we die. We made it to floor 22, which is honestly better than some of the other attempts we've made. Alright, so that was the Watcher. I am going to play another one. I might play 2 depending on how... 2 more, depending on how quickly these go. But that was the Watcher on Ascension 3 with the Automaton Challenge. Just as a by the way, the 3 times that I've played this previously, we got to floor 25 as the Ironclad, floor 50 as the Silent, so we made it to the boss as the Silent, and we made it to only floor 10 as the Defect. So the Silent has definitely made it the most, but the Watcher earns essentially second place because the Watcher didn't make it quite as far as the Ironclad, but it did it on Ascension 3. The Ironclad did that on Ascension 2. So, let's play as the Defect. And really, playing as the Defect is going to be a little bit better, a little bit more palatable, because the Defect doesn't have as many problems as the Watcher does with that challenge. And also, in order to beat my personal best, I only need to get past floor 10. So, let's go. Hello, Chip. Welcome, and I guess goodbye. But thanks. Alright. Do we want a random rare card? Maybe not. 3 potions might be very good to start off our Defect run. Yeah, either a rare potion, choose a rare card, 3 random potions, or give up our relic. I think our Cracked Core is going to be very important early. 3 random potions essentially helps us make it through the first few battles, which are painful battles in this challenge. So let's get 3 potions. And those are pretty good potions. Gambler's Brew is excellent for this challenge because you discard the cards that you don't want to play, and then the cards that you draw after discarding those go to the right part of your hand, so you get to play the ones that you did not discard. So Gambler's Brew is particularly good in this challenge. And then Flex Potion and Fire Potion are always good for dealing with early game battles. So, where are we going this time? I do not like the layout of this act. The only way for me to fight an elite after a fireplace, which means we get to upgrade a card before we do it, is to go here or here. If we go here, we have a pretty boring act with no elites. Several fireplaces, but no elites. That means that we would not end up with many relics. Relics are good, so I'm not going to go that way. This way we get an elite here. We could go another fireplace, another elite, a shop at the end of the act, that's not bad, and then a choice between an elite or not. That's 3 elites, which could be difficult for this challenge. Although we do have some good potions, so let's hope. Alright, first battle, I'm actually playing the cards that I would normally play. Defend, dual cast, defend. That's exactly what I would normally play on that first turn of this battle, so the challenge has not hurt us at all. I would have normally played a strike or a zap here instead of one of those strikes, but otherwise, exactly what I would normally do. Challenge is easy. Wait a minute. Now I'm playing a dual cast first? That's dumb. Oh well, so much for that. Alright, we have to play strike, zap, strike. However, even though we took a fair amount of damage there, we win this turn. That was a pretty clean battle for this challenge. So, ball lightning, claw, and go for the eyes. All good options, honestly. Go for the eyes is one of the few sources of weakness for our robot friend, the Defect. Ball lightning generates more lightning orbs, which is good. It's a pretty decent attack card. And then claw is one of those 0-cost cards that we get to play every time we draw it. I would be very happy with a claw in this run, but I think I'm going to start with ball lightning. Alright, gain some gold. I do like gaining gold. Lose 11 HP, but gain gold. Let's go for it. Do I want another event or another combat? The real problem is this combat. Because after your first 3 combats in an act, your 4th one will be from a harder set of enemies, and I don't think I want that yet. So we're going to go here and hope for not a combat. Upgrade 2 random cards, you know? If we don't get to choose which cards we play, why not get to choose which cards we upgrade? Ball lightning and strike, not bad options. I would have chosen to upgrade Zap instead, but still. We do not get to play defend, 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 which is what I would normally do. Defend, defend, and then strike. Where do I want this strike? It's a 9 damage strike, which is a weird number for these particular enemies. I guess we want it on this one, because that way it could die to the lightning orb next turn, perhaps. And we get to play ball lightning. Excellent. In fact, ball lightning dual cast wins the battle. Well, it does, because the lightning finishes that one off. We could get another ball lightning. Why not, right? I definitely do not want overclock. Drawing cards is worse in this challenge. Usually in games like this, in deck builder games, cards that draw other cards are really good, but they're really good because they give you choices about what to play. And when you don't get to choose what to play during your turn, actually drawing cards is not useful. So, let's take a ball lightning. The double energy was also something to consider, but I wanted the ball lightning more. Let's add cards that we want to play before we add energy with which to play cards. We're getting damaged here because this one's going to deal 12 and we can't kill it unless we use one of these. Don't think I want to use one of those. One of those potions, as it were. this is nice. Dual cast, zap, ball lightning. And we get a regen potion. Do I want a regen potion rather than one of those potions up there? Yes. But which one? All of them are useful. I guess the flex potion is the worst of these potions because I don't get to necessarily play multiple attacks. Yeah, I think the flex potion is the worst. Probably worse than fire potion. Melter, chill, or cold snap? Chill is something that we would be able to play every time we draw it. Melter is basically just a 10 damage card. And there's Cold Snap, which adds block in the form of frost orbs. Chill does that too, but we always get to play Chill. Let's get Chill. Chill is also not a bad upgrade. So because we went to the event which randomly upgraded cards, instead of upgrading here, I'm going to rest. But we still got 2 upgrades instead of 1 by going to this fireplace. Alright, the Golden Idol. I do like the Golden Idol. Let's take it. The question is, what do we do? Smash is what I would like to do because it doesn't have long-term effects. As long as we make it through the rest of this act okay, then Smash is worthwhile. The problem with Smash is that you might not make it through the act if you do that. Hide is a decent one, but, you know, max health affects a lot of things in this game. I think a lot of people tend to disregard max health for the most part as a down. Like losing max health or gaining max health is very trivial, but I think it has more effects than people seem to realize. I'm really considering the Smash only because I have a regen potion. Let's do the Smash. You throw yourself at the boulder. Maybe not the smartest thing to do with a boulder. So this battle tends to be a long battle, a perfect battle to use the regen potion, because we're likely to get the full use out of it. I get to play Strike, Strike, Defend. Strike, Strike, Defend. There's part of me that wants to use a fire potion right there. The reason to do it now instead of next turn is that if I do it now and the lightning orb happens to hit this one, then we don't get dazed from that particular enemy, which is significant. Let's do it. I would probably use the fire potion here anyway, so why not hope for the lightning orb? Lightning orb. Do you see your target? Your target is here. Go, lightning orb. I command you. Good job, lightning orb. By the way, always remember to rub your lightning orbs for good luck. Ball lightning. Ball lightning we have to play first. Who are we going after next? I guess it's going to be the leftmost one. Nice to see Chill here. Gaining block passively every turn. That's very good, especially for this particular battle. And dual cast. Dual cast. I forgot to rub that lightning orb. Oh no. Ball lightning, defend, defend. You know, we're getting out of this one pretty strongly. If we get to defend everything. Alright, ball lightning dual cast this turn. Well, we still get to defend everything. And I don't get to choose to play the dual cast before the ball lightning, which is what I would have done. Would I rather not play the dual cast? No, let's play the dual cast. Because I think we defeat this one before we'd want that frost orb again. The defend, the zap, and the strike. Yeah, these lightning orbs take that one out. Although, no, let's let the lightning orbs do it. End turn. Strike dummy. Our strike cards deal more damage. How about that? And a fruit juice. Excellent. Gaining 5 max health. Very nice potion. Ho ho. This is a nice set of options. I really do like defrag here. We have 4 cards out of our 13 card deck that add orbs. Gaining focus makes orbs better. I mean, granted, loop does too, but focus helps more than just one orb. It helps multiple orbs. Let's get a defrag. Kunai. Whenever you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dexterity. Not likely to happen very often. Oh well. It's a relic. It's a good relic, just not with our current deck. We could change that by changing the deck, though. Do I go into this battle smithing a card? I do. I'm going to smith Defragment. The worst battle that this could be is the Gremlin Knob. We are not in a great place to fight a Gremlin Knob. Alright, we got Lagavulin. Much better for the deck that we have. And I like this starting turn too, because we get to do defend, which don't do anything, but the chill and the zap. Exactly what I want. Fill those orb slots up to begin with. So I could play nothing this turn. And I think I might do that. Because if we let the Lagavulin sleep a little bit more, we could play defrag next turn before it wakes up. And I want that, so let's let it sleep. And defrag is my leftmost card. Very nice, defrag. Very nice. I highly appreciate what you're bringing to the table here. And we have to play the strike, even though the ball lightning would be the smarter option. Defend, strike. You know, it's not the worst. We only take 6 damage there. Defend, zap, ball lightning is what we would currently play. I'm saying that out loud for a couple reasons. One of the reasons is that I'm thinking about Gambler's Brew. When do I want to change what I'm doing due to Gambler's Brew? Not this turn. We're going to evoke this Frost Orb, which gets some more block this turn. Oh, and this is good. Strike, dual cast. I would, of course, rather play the upgraded strike, but I'm pretty happy playing what we've got. And Eternal Feather. Whenever we enter a rest site, we automatically heal when we get there. Very nice. So Hologram is an interesting option here. Hologram lets us pick a card from our discard pile and put it into our hand. When it does that, it puts it in the rightmost part of your hand, which makes it pretty bad if you don't have zero-cost cards. And we don't really have zero-cost cards, so it's not great right now. Let's skip it. Ricky Nicky, thanks for coming. Hopefully see you next time. The Blue Slaver. Don't really like defend, strike, dual cast, but it's not the worst. Defend, strike, chill, strike. Pretty happy with that turn. The real question is this turn. Ho-ho, we got it. We got it basically in the order we wanted it. And we got another flex potion. Very nice. The Streamline is a card that I usually like, but adding a 2-cost card to the deck that isn't really good is questionable in this challenge. On the other hand, the White Noise, when you upgrade it, becomes 0 cost. Let's add White Noise. Also, there's a fair number of powers that affect orbs, and hey, we like orbs in this deck, as a typical Defect deck would. So we could get Symbiotic Virus and get a Dark Orb at the beginning. We could get a Toolbox, add a random colorless card to our hand every combat. This one, it adds it to the left part of your hand, I believe, so you would always have to play that card. Don't know if I like that. Go for the Eyes is pretty nice. And Good Instincts is pretty nice. I think what I do is I take Go for the Eyes, Good Instincts, and remove a card. That would shore up our blocking a lot, because we'd have a source of weak, and we'd have more block cards. And a better block card, because it's 0 cost. Could I add anything else if I did that? No. Can't really afford any of these if I did that, even if I bought this one first. The Ceramic Fish gives you 9 gold whenever you add a card. So I could buy the Ceramic Fish, then buy these 2 cards, and I would get the money right then. However, if I bought the Ceramic Fish, I couldn't afford a card removal, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Go for the Eyes, Good Instincts, card removal. And we're removing a strike. Yes, remove a strike. Now then, do we want to fight an elite? The elite would not be Lagavulin. It would either be the 3 Sentries or the Gremlin Knob. We are better at fighting the Gremlin Knob than we once were. And we do have the Fruit Juice to give us more health. Let's go for it. It is the Gremlin Knob. And we get to play all of our cards at the beginning. I could change which cards we have with the Gambler's Brew, though, which I am considering. Because we could get rid of Good Instincts, Defend. Let's do it. Let's do that. That is a better turn. The next question is, do we use the Flex Potion right now? We are playing three attacks this turn. That's about the best that it's going to be. So, Flex Potion, go. Alright, and we even got the Kunai to proc this turn. Not that this is the battle for it, but it's kind of nice. Strike, dual cast, zap. Okay. I mean, I do like the dual cast right here. And the zap actually finishes the fight. There we go. Alright. Mercury Hourglass. At the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Auto Shields is pretty bad when you don't get to choose which cards you play in what order. Glacier is not a bad block card, it just costs 2, which I'm a little bit concerned about. It would give us a consistent source of Frost Orbs, though, and that would be nice. Recursion is fine. It's better upgraded. I think I will take Glacier, even though it will make it harder to play some turns. The Glacier is a consistent source of Frost Orbs, which is something I do want in this deck. And now we get to choose, are we resting? I think we are resting. And if we're resting, do we play the Fruit Juice first? So the rest heals you for 30% of your max health. So if you increase your max health, you increased how much you heal for. I think I will do that. So you can see we currently would heal 22 by resting. Now we heal, well, still 22. All right, well, anyway. Why didn't that go up? Did I have to do that before entering the campfire? If that's true, I should have done that in the elite fight and thought about that through the elite fight, and I didn't. Interesting start here, Glacier, Chill, Defrag. We apparently will have a lot of defense in this fight. White Noise, what do you have for me? A capacitor. We don't get to play it yet. We have to play these in order. Now we get to play the capacitor. So, usually you don't want to be blocking on this turn. You want to change him over on this turn. We don't get to choose. Capacitor will likely be very good in this fight. Do I play for the Go for the Eyes? If I play it, he will switch over to the defensive form. If the lightning hit, it would do 2 more damage, because when he changes defensive, he gains block, so you don't get to do more damage to him, basically. But if I do the Go for the Eyes, I get to put out another lightning orb. That's a good point. Another lightning orb means passive damage for the future. Oh, and the kunai, which I didn't consider, but I should have. It's kind of nice that we don't have an attack on the leftmost card here. Do I play dual cast? I don't think I do. Yeah, let's not dual cast. Let's let those orbs be. Do we play the strike? If we play the strike, we will take damage. If we play both strikes, we'll take even more damage, but we would get to play the Go for the Eyes. Huh. If we play both strikes, they do 21 damage. I think I will play both strikes. So strike, strike, that gets rid of my block, and then Go for the Eyes does hurt me, but it also reduces the damage by 4, so... Oh, and we got kunai because of that. I need to think about that more. Good instincts. Glacier. And then there's kind of no point to playing Defend, but why not? We have a pretty decent deck for the Guardian, our opponent here. For the Guardian, you usually care about having a deck that has a good mix of attack and block, which we have in our deck. Go for the Eyes makes the Guardian weak. The Guardian being weak does 3 less damage, which means we would take 3 damage and then we would take 3 less. Okay, I guess that's worth it, but I'm not going to play the strike. Do we play the strike this turn? If I play the strike, I get to play the Defend, dual cast, Good Instincts. So it's definitely worth playing the strike, even though we take damage doing it. And it looks like we might be winning. We are. Haha. Alright, made it past Act 1 with the Defect on Ascension 3. Always playing cards from left to right. That has gone much more easily than the Watcher run did so far, as kind of expected. Our options here are not what I want. Yeah, not what I want. I do have a couple of zero-cost cards in the deck, Good Instincts and Go for the Eyes, and I could make a couple more things zero-cost, the Zap and the Dual Cast. Oh, and the White Noise, but the White Noise exhausts when you play it. So All for One is not terrible, because it does get back a couple of cards. Rainbow is fine. Creative AI I don't think is worthwhile, because it creates a random power card in your hand, and puts it at the leftmost part of your hand, which means we would be forced to play it every turn. That could be bad. That could be bad when we don't have relics that help us when we have powers. So the only one I'm considering is All for One. I do want to add more zero-cost cards to the deck, which makes the All for One better. Yeah, I think the All for One is actually good in this challenge. It's just that it's not that great yet. We could transform 3 of our cards into other cards. We can get more energy, but we can no longer smith. That would be pretty bad with the All for One pickup that I just made. Or we could get more energy during boss and elite combats. Let's go boss and elite combats, the Slaver's Collar. Alright, what do we want? I do want to fight elites, but I don't want to fight tons of elites. We could fight this one or this one. If we fight this one, we get to choose whether we go for a burning elite or not, which means it's strictly better than this one because we get a choice. And we could go to a shop early if we go there. Yeah, let's start here, go to the shop, and then we'll figure out the second half of the act when we get there. Alright, playing All for One as your first card, not the best option, but it's the only option we have. Oh, right. We have 3 energy. What did I play? Oh, Go for the Eyes. Go for the Eyes didn't cost any energy. Confused me for a second there. Read the cards. All you have to do is read the cards. So Defend, Defragment, and Strike. Not the best turn. Playing the Defend here seems so sad. Oh man. Alright, well this one we're taking some damage. But at least we're winning this turn. Another Go for the Eyes is fine. FTL is not bad. The one problem with FTL is that the second part of it, pay 0, deal 6 damage. That's good so far. If you have played less than 4 cards this turn, draw 1 card. That's not the best. But having added All for One to the deck, I really am interested in more zero-cost cards. So we'll take a 0, deal 6. I'm okay with that. Some interesting options here. We could get another FTL. We could get another Good Instincts. We can always remove a card, which is nice. I'm highly considering the potions as well. Potions are a good way to guarantee that you do okay in elite fights. And the other one that's pretty interesting is the Strange Spoon. Strange Spoon says when you exhaust a card, 50% of the time that doesn't happen. Well, we have White Noise, which exhausts itself. Oh, that's the only one that we have that exhausts itself. No, we've got Chill that exhausts itself. So these 2 cards could not exhaust when we play them. And that might be interesting to do. I really don't like Hyper Beam. Don't really care about the self-repair that much. So the ones that I want, kind of want a Chill, but maybe not enough to pay for it. I want Good Instincts. I want the Strange Spoon because it'd be neat. I want Potions. And I want to remove a card. That is way too much. I can't afford all that. But I can afford Good Instincts. and I can afford a card remove, which would be a strike. And then I could afford 1 or 2 potions. I think a focus potion and a flex potion would make fighting these elites in this act very easy, so let's do that. The flex potion is not as good as you might, as it normally is because of the challenge that we're doing. However, we've got enough zero cost cards, and it would be great to play along All for One. So it's much better than it once was. Alright, no choices to make. Just play your cards. We get Storm. Storm is not very useful to us, because we don't have any other power cards in the deck. But at least we didn't take damage the first turn, and we've got this nice little Frost Orb there. Glacier plus Ball Lightning. Not bad. Plus we get to play Go for the Eyes, and that means we don't take damage this turn. Great. The Defrag as the first card is quite nice. The All for One is nice right now because we get back those 3 cards. Hey, the FTL is the leftmost card, which means it gets to draw a card. Not that we get to play the drawn card because it's all the way on the right, but the fact that it got to draw a card was a little bit surprising. Ball Lightning first, then Go for the Eyes, and then Ball Lightning wins. Alright. Dexterity Potion. It's fine. Equilibrium seems not the best in this sort of deck. Does that mean I choose Charge Battery as a way of blocking? No, we've got good instincts to block. Let's just skip. The Snecko. Don't like you, Snecko. You make my random challenge even more random. We become confused from staring at the Snecko, and our cards cost a random amount, which actually worked out for us this turn, because we get to play Go for the Eyes, FTL, and then Defend, because sure. But we also get to play All for One, and play Go for the Eyes and FTL again. Defragment as the leftmost, and zero cost is nice. Oh, we get a buffer. Well, that buffer is going to save us 13 health. We have to play that Defend first. Kind of sad, but at least we get to play a Glacier alongside it. No choices to make. I really like the All for One being there, because we get to play the Glacier again. And this Defend. All we need is something that deals damage to be on the leftmost part of the hand and playable. I got exactly what I asked for. We did it. I got the least possible one in the deck, but it was enough. Ooh, double energy. The only problem with double energy is that you could be out of energy when you play it. That's the problem. That's a pretty significant problem. I'm not going to add it to the deck because of that problem. Force Field costs 4 normally. We have essentially 2 powers in the deck, so it could cost 2 sometimes. Not enough for me to take it right here. Stack is pretty random in how it works. We're not likely to take lots of cards this run, so let's skip it. We could remove all of our strikes, those 2, and add bites instead. You know, it's not a great deal. The bites heal you, but they don't get affected by Strike Dummy, which means they do less damage than the strikes do. And I would be getting 5 of them instead of the 2 of them we have. I refuse your vampiric ways. Okay, the Book of Stabbing. We do have 4 energy this particular battle. Do I want the Dexterity Potion, by any chance? It doesn't do anything for me this turn, so I guess we'll wait and think about it another turn. The Focus Potion, if we want to use that, we should probably use it now. Let's use it. That way it affects this lightning orb that's out there at the beginning. Alright, defend, strike, white noise. At least we get to play the go for the eyes. Oh, we get to play both defends because we have more energy. How about that? The entire turn. Although I really dislike when we get storm from that card. It's going to do one thing this time because we haven't played our defragment yet. Here's the defrag, getting us a lightning orb. So, other choices. Do we play... Let's look at our deck. I think I am going to play the Flex Potion this turn. It doesn't deal a whole lot, but it might deal 15. And that's probably the best we can expect out of a Flex Potion. So let's do that. It does do 15, alright. And our kunai got to do something, so our blocks are going to do more in the future. We have to play Chill, and then Glacier, and then Ball Lightning. FTL still gets to draw a card because it's upgraded. The unupgraded version would not draw a card here. Not that it matters, we just won. I did not notice that we were winning. Ink Bottle. Whenever we play 10 cards, we draw a card. Usually great. In this challenge, not very significant. And I don't think any of those are that great. The Rebound is significant, though. It can let us choose a card to play next turn. That's interesting enough for me to click on it. Go. And then do we want the Burning Elite? We have 2 potions. We know the Burning Elite is not going to be the Book of Stabbing. What does that mean? That means it's going to be the Taskmaster and Slavers, which could be really bad. Or it could be the Gremlin Leader, which would be potentially okay. We do get to heal essentially twice with the Eternal Feather and the Campsite beforehand. I want to go for it. Let's go for it. Heal, heal again. And if this is the Taskmaster and the Slavers, it could be particularly bad. This one is not so bad. I'm happy with this one. It's nice that we get to play Chill first as well. Could play the Colorless Potion here. If the card was anything other than 0 cost, we couldn't play it though. Well, it adds a card and makes it cost 0. So let's play this. Colorless Potion. The Mind Blast is okay, I guess. Finesse is a card that we get to do for the rest of the battle. And it works really well with Kunai. Let's get Finesse. So who are we striking? We get to strike Ball Lightning and Ball Lightning. It looks like the best option is to strike this one and Ball Lightning this one twice. Kind of sad that All for One dropped down there, but it... Oh, my Lightning Orbs are on point. Good job, Lightning Orbs. Do I want to play any of the rest of these cards? Not really, because I don't want to dual cast this Frost Orb. So let's not play them. I would like to play the Go for the Eyes, but I'd have to play the rest to play the Go for the Eyes. Zap and Glacier. We don't get to play that White Noise. Actually, we don't get to play many of these cards. Let's... Should we hit the Wizard? We should probably hit the Wizard. Because we need to kill that Wizard fast. And I'm worried about our ability to kill that Wizard. So this is a painful turn. Especially because we only get to play 3 cards. This is a good time for us to consider the Dexterity Potion. I will do that. Alright, dual cast. Hit the Wizard. You missed. You missed the Wizard entirely. We do get to kill the Wizard, because Glacier and then FTL kills the Wizard. Alright. And we'll play that, why not? Play that, it makes the ink bottle go up. Alright, Rebound is interesting here. What are we drawing next turn? So we can rebound something that costs 1 or 2, and it would be perfectly fine. And Rebound will make it the leftmost card in our hand next turn. We actually only get to choose to rebound Ball Lightning. Right. And we actually have to draw it with Finesse if we're going to play this strike. I thought about that rebound so much, and it ended up being completely pointless. So we finally get to play the White Noise. It's a defrag. Excellent. I would prefer to play it before we got to the end of this turn, but that's not the way this goes. The Ball Lightning deals 7, the Go for the Eyes deals 3, the Strike deals 12. I think that means I want to strike this one, Go for the Eyes this one. Oh, we don't get to play Go all for 1 this turn. That's sad. But we do get to defeat the Sneaky Gremlin, play the defrag, and play another zap. This fight is going pretty well. This is the Burning Elite, and we seem to be doing just fine against the Burning Elite. Granted, we used potions, and we rested twice beforehand, but still. We got a tiny chest, which may or may not give us relics in the future, depending on whether we go to question mark rooms. Beam Cell. Do I want Beam Cell? I definitely do not want auto shields. Fusion is okay, much worse not upgraded. I think I will pass on this Beam Cell, but I would have chosen it if it was upgraded, because the upgrade applies to vulnerable, which means it's still around for next turn, when I get to target it a little bit more. We get an Anchor. I do like the Anchor. Start each combat with 10 block. And where are we going for the rest of this act? If I go to the right here, we will have to fight an elite. It might be after events, but we would have to fight one. Currently have no potions, so I'm not very interested in another elite, even though we have the Slaver's Collar. We could die, though, and without potions I feel a lot worse. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. Oh man, but the tiny chest makes me want to go here. Let's go here. Ooh. Can we defeat these? Maybe not. And that's a real problem, because I don't want to lose this money. I think I'm going to fight. But I'm worried that we're going to die here. It's just that we do have a decent deck against them. Decent. Not wonderful, but decent. I can't really guarantee that I defeat Bear anytime soon, so I think I'm going to go after Romeo. Romeo, the defend. We can't play the Glacier, which is actually good because that means we get to play Defragment. And I did want to play that Defragment. My Lightning Orbs are attacking Romeo as well. That's good. So we get to Rebound, go for the eyes this turn. Also, FTL plus Rebound does defeat Romeo. So let's do this. It's nice that we get to play the Chill before the Rebound. Oh, that killed Romeo already. All right. And then let's go after Bear. Bear is the problem. If we can defeat Bear, we will be much better off. And we did fully block that turn. So my fear about dying in this one ends up being not that significant. The problem was much less than I thought it would be. Bear is the significant one. You can see him doing 20 damage there. That's significant. However, we get to defeat Bear right now. And we get all of those zero-cost cards back, which means we get to play them. Great. Don't really like playing dual cast. I could do nothing. Pointy is never going to deal more than 12 damage, and I will always block for at least 12. So you know what? Let's end our turn to victory. End turn. End turn again. And end turn again and win. It's very nice when you can just end your turn 4 times in a row and win the battle. We got a red mask. I like that. The red mask is always the benefit to that battle. Do I want Steam Barrier? It's another zero-cost card. I tend to like those. Yeah, let's add another zero-cost card. The fact that it depreciates itself is kind of annoying, but otherwise it's very nice. And I'm going to go to this battle next. We got a potion. It's a pretty decent potion, which means if things go well, we might be able to go after the elite anyway. This is a somewhat scary battle. Somewhat scary. I can't really do anything about the shelled parasite this turn, so let's go after the fungi beast. I wish I could play that glacier, but of course we can't do that. Dual cast, tell me where you're hitting. That is not what I wanted, but okay. So Steam Barrier, we at least get to make him weak. We can rebound to defend. You know, kind of sad that I took a rebound. Kind of sad that I took a rebound. It's interesting, but is it good? I don't think so. Don't get to play all for the eyes, but Chill and FTL are fine. Oh, and we get to play Zap. Not the ball lightning, though. Took 9 damage here, and this turn could be bad. Storm. Why is Storm in white noise all the time? Maybe white noise equals Storm. Have we considered this? White noise equals Storm. Glacier and then ball lightning. And then we do get to do go for the eyes. So this battle is over, but we did take about half our life. Well, you know, it's not over yet. Maybe I should wait until it's over before I say that it's over. Alright, now it's over. We took about half our life in damage. So even though we got a potion that is, in my opinion, a very good potion, I do not think I'm going to go towards that elite. And we get an even better steam barrier. Sure. So if we're not going toward the elite, we're going to the shop. And we could get the abacus whenever we shuffle our draw pile, gain 6 block. There's even another steam barrier, it's on sale. There's blind, which is pretty nice. Don't really care about the potions that are being offered. So the things that I care about are the abacus, card remove, and blind. Don't think I care about scrape. Do I not care about scrape? Maybe scrape is fine. The main problem with scrape is that you discard cards that you might want to have played, like the defragment. I think I will not go scrape. But I am really considering that blind. Let's get the blind. So the blind, and I still have enough for a card remove. Let's remove another strike. Alright, and we're going to rest twice. And we automatically heal, so I'm going to smith this time. And I want to make something 0 cost. It's either going to be white noise or zap. Let's make zap 0 cost. Making it 0 cost is pretty significant. That means we always get to play it, and All for One gets it back. Not if you play All for One on the first turn as your first card. Kind of a silly thing to do, but we're doing it. White noise, what do you have for me? Echo form. Wonderful. I don't get to choose the card that we double with Echo form, but we do get to make the first card play twice, which is nice. And we just play all of our cards. Of course, in this battle, that might be bad. If it's a skill. It's not a skill. Alright. So we want Strike to do things twice to the Chosen. Because then we can go for the eyes and Ball Lightning this one. Very high chance that he dies. And I do want that block. Chill, Good Instinct, Steam Barrier, Defragment. Alright, that's going to be a lot of dazed next turn. But I do really want the Defragment. And I do want the block. Okay, here we go. So we've got a deck that's mostly dazed. And it happens to be on a turn that the Chosen is not attacking. How fortunate for us. Alright, Good Instincts, Good Instincts. Defend, Good Instincts, Ball Lightning. There we go. Genetic Algorithm. Kind of late to get that. Also kind of a weird challenge to use that card in. Hello World you definitely don't want. Hello World adds a card to your leftmost, the leftmost card of your hand, and it's going to be a random unupgraded common card. The card that you would least like to play, probably. It is an extra card, it's an extra option, which is good if you get to choose which cards you're playing, which we don't. Now, we probably should rest here. Let's rest. The next one is the Champ. And so far, this Defect has made it further than any other character except for the Silent. The Silent made it to the Act 3 boss. So, we're doing well. Let's keep it up. Don't get to play White Noise. Zap, Ball Lightning. Defend Steam Barrier blind. I want to play the blind. Ball Lightning, Good Instincts, Chill, Steam Barrier, and All for One. We get to rebound a Zap as well. That's fine. Let's keep you weak. And let's not play that Steam Barrier, because it would just degrade itself. Zap, we knew we were going to start with that. Do we play Defend Dual Cast? Just so that we could play FTL. We would also get to play Go for the Eyes. But I might want that Go for the Eyes for next turn rather than this turn. Yeah, let's not play these cards. Because we would have to do Defend Dual Cast, which is not useful, and actually makes next turn worse. So let's not do that. Actually, let's play the Defend so that the ink bottle goes up by 1, but not the Dual Cast. So, Go for the Eyes, keep you blind. Steam Barriers are getting worse, but at least the Good Instincts aren't. The first part of this battle seems to be going just fine, but remember, the first part of the battle is the easy part. It's the next part of the battle that's hard. So, FTL. We have to play the Glacier next, which means we don't get to play White Noise again. We'll get there. White Noise will eventually be playable. And then there's no value in playing the rest of these, and the Steam Barrier would degrade itself. So let's stop. There was some slight value. Blind would have had value, perhaps. Not likely to, but perhaps it would have value. So it was not completely true that there was no value there. We're almost down to halfway. And I don't mind rebounding this Glacier, but I do mind the fact that we're not playing White Noise again. I would love to play that White Noise. So he's buffing himself. We're about to switch over to the second part of this battle. Hello, Gabriel. Welcome to the stream. I am a connoisseur. It's in my title. Alright, what do we want this turn? It would be nice to play the Ball Lightning, but does that help? No, because I want the Frost next turn. Alright, here's where things get bad. It's very nice to see this blind here. I don't really like the FTL though, because I would love to play this all for one and get back all those zero cost cards, but it doesn't work because the FTL is going to draw a card and shuffle them all back in. It's so sad. Oh well. That's how it goes sometimes. However, what we could do is we could use the Distilled Chaos right now. This is the turn that I would probably want to play it, and it could put zero cost cards back in our discard pile. Let's do it. Hey, we actually finally got our White Noise, and it gave us Hello World, which I do not want. Oh well. I guess it was good that we didn't play it before. Hello World, FTL, Good Instincts, Ball Lightning. So we are now going to get an unupgraded common card at the left part of our hand every turn. Stack is not bad though. And we will not play that Steam Barrier. We don't get to play the Ball Lightning anyway, so don't play it. Charge Battery, Zap, Glacier, Go for the Eyes, good start. And we even get to play Blind to keep you weak for the following turns. This is actually going very well. Just have to keep it up. Streamline. Oh, but we have extra energy this turn. Wonderful. So, Streamline, go for the eyes, FTL. Then we get to play All for One and play some of those cards again. Rebound, we get to play Go for the Eyes and rebound the Go for the Eyes. Unfortunately, we did not get any block. And there's no block anywhere to be in sight, so I'm going to take all of that 36, which hurts. Minus the 8 from our Frost Orbs, that is. Leap. Leap is terrible. This is not the turn for you. And we'll play these just to get the ink bottle up. Alright, Cold Snap is not too bad. But I do want to get to that Ball Lightning. Probably should have played a Defend there just for the ink bottle. Now here's another turn where we could just die. We do not because we drew enough block cards. That's nice. Our kunai has been slowly increasing our dexterity, by the way, so our block cards are getting better as the battle goes on. Which is important to us, because we're taking damage. Steam Barrier All for One. Alright. I think we've got this one won. Alright, we're making it past Act 2 without ever playing, well, let me say it again, playing cards only left to right. Now, would I want any of these? Echo Form is great, but it's not great in this challenge. Electrodynamics is something to consider. I think Electrodynamics is pretty decent, but also I don't think I want it. Yeah, we're going to skip these cards again. Apparently rare cards are not the best cards for this challenge, in my observation so far. So we can get a Sozu, can no longer obtain potions. Seems not great. We rely on those potions. We could get a Calling Bell. We get 3 relics, but we also get a curse. We could get a Velvet Choker, which means you can only play 6 cards a turn. That's not great when we have a whole bunch of 0 costs and All for One in the deck. So we're not going to do that one. I don't really like the downside of the Sozu. I feel like we rely on our potions a few times for things. Calling Bell is fine. Let's take Calling Bell, see what the 3 relics are that we get. We know what the curse is. It's the Curse of the Bell. Art of War. When you do not play attacks, you gain additional energy next turn. We don't get to choose that, so that's annoying. Blue Candle. Whenever you play a curse, lose 1 health and exhaust it. So this could actually be bad for us, because it makes the curses playable. And we always have the Curse of the Bell in the deck, which means that we'd have to play it. And that could actually be bad. It could also be fine, but it could be bad that we have to play that curse. It's good in boss battles, but it's bad in the regular battles. Let's take the Unceasing Top. If you don't have cards in your hand during your turn, you draw a card. Good with a deck that has lots of 0 costs. Man, do I take Blue Candle? Alright, I'm going to take a quick break, come right back, and decide on Blue Candle after I get back. But just a quick break. Let me know if you have opinions. Alright, I'm back. And blue candle, I think I don't want. Here's my reasoning. So first, blue candle makes curses playable. That makes our Curse of the Bell playable. The Curse of the Bell being playable means that if it is one of the leftmost cards, due to the Automaton rules, I would have to play the Curse of the Bell. Which can be good because it exhausts the curse, so we don't get to draw it again. However, I would lose 1 health. So every time I draw Curse of the Bell, and it's left of a card that I really want to play that turn, I lose a health. That's good for boss battles. For battles that take a while, the fact that you're losing 1, but you're exhausting the curse is actually good. You don't have to draw it again. But for battles that are short, it's not good. Oh, I just had another consideration. Unceasing Top. Blue candle is really nice for Unceasing Top. Because if we draw the curse, if we play it, we can continue drawing cards. Okay, that's going to put me over the edge. We're going to take blue candle, but I really did struggle back and forth between whether to take it or not. So here we go. We've got blue candle, which means we're going to be taking damage from our curse now. We're forced into an early elite this act. Elites aren't terrible for us with our deck, so I'm not too concerned about that. I think I want to go to this elite though, not 2 elites in a row. Because I don't think that we're wonderful at elites. I think it's just not too bad for us. So let's go to this one, which means that kind of decides most of the rest of the act for us. And now we just have to decide the beginning, and there's not many choices to make. I am going to take one of these question marks. Oh man, the tiny chest is probably not going to do anything. So one of the question marks, let's take this one. So we'll go here. Curse of the Bell. I have to play it. So we lose 1 health. We would have lost no health this turn. And where do we want the damage? On that one. Can't play Glacier. We drew that with Unceasing Top. Good instincts. So the ball lightning, let's hit here. We will blind you, because you're attacking us this turn. Alright. The question is, do I want to play that chill? I probably do. It gets rid of all of my lightning orbs, but 3 frost orbs is probably what I want for next turn. So, let's do that. And I don't want to play the dual cast. White noise, what do you have? Static discharge, it's okay. I'd rather play the defragment though. And I don't get to do that. So all for 1 when we have a 0 discard. Not the best. And unfortunately we can't play things in the right part of the hand before we play the left part of the hand. So the only question this turn is, who do we hit? Do we hit the center one or the left one? I think we hit the left one. And then we definitely go for the eyes U, the one that's dealing the most damage. We do want the steam barrier. Go for the eyes goes on you, who are dealing us the most damage. We can take out the leftmost one this turn. I think that's useful. Let's do it. And we do get to play our Defragment. We don't get to play Glacier, but we do get to play Dual Cast. Left is always the right choice. I do want to play Zap, which means I have to play Steam Barrier. And might as well play Defend so that the ink bottle goes up and we get to draw a card from Unceasing Top. We can even defeat this one. Let's defeat that one. Granted, they're coming back. They're like cockroaches. They keep coming back. So we rebound that Ball Lightning. We'll rebound here, Ball Lightning here. And we get to draw Ball Lightning again. Don't think I want Darkness. It's not a bad card, but I don't think I want it. And Auto Shields and Leap, really not the cards we want at this point. So, skip. Let's see where the Dual Cast lands. It landed on both of those. Okay, let's see what White Noise has in it. It has a Storm. How many times have we gotten Storm out of White Noise this run? It has been too many times. Why do all of the White Noises have Storms in them? Nice to see Chill there. FTL. We have to take these out. I'm going to go for this one. And then we've got to play the Curse of the Bell, unfortunately. But we do get to play that Zap, which is nice. The ink model has been pretty good. It's been better than I thought it would be in this challenge. Alright, those two are exploding. That's bad. I don't actually know if weakness... No, weakness doesn't affect not attacking. The weakness makes it so that creatures deal 25% less damage with attacks, so it doesn't affect the exploding of the exploders. Which is not good for us. We would like the exploders to get hit by weakness. So I think what we've got to do is we Ball Lightning and we rebound. That means we get to play Good Instincts twice, because it goes on top, we draw it, we get to play it again. That's a different Good Instincts, by the way. That was not the same Good Instincts 3 times. Oh, and we get to play Ball Lightning. So there's 2 choices here. One of them, we hit the exploder, guarantee that it doesn't explode. Second choice, we hit the spiker, deal 10 damage, and we have 3 lightning orbs. As long as one of those lightning orbs hits the exploder doesn't explode. We would also get 5 block, but we would also lose 8 block. I think overall, this is actually a good choice. It's a choice that's made off of expected values more than anything else, but I think it's a good choice. Oh man, do I want to play that strike? If I play the strike, I get 10 damage, so I don't want to play the strike. You've got to rub your lightning orbs, but you have to remember, you don't just rub your lightning orbs any willy-nilly old time. You have to do it when it's important. If you just rub them all the time, then you don't get what you want. So aggregate is interesting. Gain energy, which means we get to play more cards. That's particularly good with Unceasing Top. I could also get another White Noise. I think I want the aggregate. It's good with Unceasing Top. It's not so great with a deck that is as small as ours is. Our deck is medium small. Writhing Mass. Writhing Mass is annoying. I really want to play the Good Instincts and the Blind, which means I don't get to choose whether... The way that the Writhing Mass works is every time you hit it with an attack card, it changes what it does. One of the things that it does is add a curse permanently to your deck. So you don't want to do that. So the thing that you normally do is if it is not doing the curse, then you don't hit it anymore. But if I want to play this Good Instincts and this Blind, I've got to hit it. And I do want to do those. So we're going to hit it twice, and we're going to hope for no curses. We got lucky. No curses. All right. Great to see Glacier there. Good to see Defend here. Kind of sad that we have to get the Curse of the Bell in order to play Good Instincts. Worth it, though. And then I could play that Go for the Eyes. It would inflict 1 weak, but again, that would make it so that the Writhing Mass might give us a curse. I think taking the 5 damage that we're taking right now is better than getting a curse. Also, we get the Art of the War energy by not playing that. Alright, pretty good turn. FTL, all for 1. We get all of those back. Steam Barrier, so Aggregate is getting 2, so it's getting a net of 1 energy. Which means we get to have the turn go on for a while. What's in our deck? Question is, do we want to play the FTL? I guess it doesn't matter, because we didn't actually deal it damage. Okay, fine, Defend. White Noise, what do you have? Echo Form, I like it. And then a Chill. I'd rather not play the Chill so that I don't draw one of these and not be able to play them next turn. So, let's stop there. Dual cast twice, not the one I wanted to double, but fine. We'll take it. And we get to play Defrag. Okay, 30 damage coming in. We get to double Defend though, that's nice. And Rebound, yeah, Rebound Defend. Alright, not giving us a curse, that's good. For that reason we might not play another attack if we draw it. And do I want to play this card? No, because I don't want to draw any of those cards. Very careful Writhing Mass battle, which is pretty normal for Writhing Mass. Usually you try to be very careful if you want to not get cursed. So I'm going to play the FTL because we're not dealing any damage. We don't change the attack, but it does mean that our orbs are doing more. And yeah, let's do a Frost Orb, deal a little bit more with the Lightning Orb. And then we do not play Ball Lightning. Then we would be forced to play Glacier. Rather play the Glacier next turn. Glacier twice. And then Aggregate, which gets us a bunch of energy. We have enough energy that I'm very willing to do the Strike. And then at this point we're running out of energy. I'm not sure if I want to do more. Let's do more. So we could keep it there. I actually like keeping it there. Let's do that. All for 1. Great way to start a turn. All for 1. Twice. I mean, the twice didn't do much. FTL doesn't deal damage, so it's fine so far. And at this point we are winning, and we did not get cursed. I am rather surprised we did not get cursed by the Writhing Mass. I played it careful, but still. I'm rather surprised. I don't think we want these cards. Machine learning is not bad. It's not bad. With as many zero-cost cards as we have, maybe it's good. Okay, I've revised my opinion. Machine learning is good. Take it. Oh, are we fighting these guys? This is a dangerous fight, but you get a rare relic. But it's dangerous. I don't think we do it. This is one of those battles that could deal you a lot more damage than you expect. Yeah, we are not going to be greedy this time. Stupid Curse of the Bell. Dealing me 1 damage. Although I like the capacitor that we got out of the card we played next. So Rebound cannot put Chill on top because Chill exhausts. Okay, on the good news, that was a pretty decent turn for setting up. On the bad news, we did very little damage. Glacier, alright. We seem to have a very defensive heavy deck, which I'm fine with. Defensive heavy is perfectly fine. It's just that it gets to be a problem sometimes if you can't do the damage. We do not get to play all for one. We really want to hit that exploder so it doesn't explode. And then where do we send our strike damage? I guess we send it here. And we do get to play Ball Lightning. I like playing Ball Lightning there. Could have sent the Ball Lightning at the Spiker, actually, because we got more block there. Playing Aggregate when you have no cards in your draw pile. Not the best. Not the best, I must say. It's what we have, but it was not the best. So we could blind and go for the eyes. I guess we'll blind here. Go for the eyes there. Hey, an aggregate when we have cards in the deck. Much smarter way of playing. We do have a pretty block-heavy deck, don't we? I'm fine with that. Let's hit the Spiker while we can. Cannot play all for one. So the Spiker is dead next turn no matter what. It might be dead right here. It is. Ball Lightning. We don't get to win this turn, and we do take damage. We are going to draw a card. Maybe that card will be a zero-cost card. It is. It actually was enough to cause us to win this turn. Nice. I do like Loop, but I don't think I want it. And I don't think I care for an unupgraded Beam Cell. So, skip those. Keep moving on. And let's smith. What are we smithing? It's a white noise. I really do want the white noise to cost 0. Nemesis. It's very nice that we get to play Aggregate. It was the 4th card, not the 5th card. So this turn gets to keep going. White Noise gives us Echo Form. Very nice. All for one means we get to do Blind and Steam Barrier again. Alright, and we stop there. Pretty decent first turn. And we get to rebound the FTL, which doesn't exactly work. We drew the FTL, but it never got to draw a card itself. Do I keep playing cards? What's in the deck? The Curse of the Bell is in the deck. Yeah, we keep playing cards. We actually want to play the Curse of the Bell this turn. Good. I feel like we are going to win at this point. I think our deck is stronger than I thought it was. Although it is block heavy, which is maybe not great. Can't really tell. I want those next turn, especially because Aggregate is going to definitely be playable, and we're going to shuffle our deck. That's perfect. The all-for-one being first is somewhat sad, but oh well. Aggregate means that we get to do a lot of things this turn. Unless we win. Don't think I want another Steam Barrier or a Charge Battery. Charge Battery is not bad. It's a much better card than Defend. I mean, it's much better than Defend. If I could trade it for a Defend, I would definitely take it. It's better than 2 Defends. Let's take it. I don't really know how to build this sort of deck. When you don't get to choose which cards you play, like which cards are the best cards, it's part of the reason why I have this challenge. It's because I did not know how to play it. Do we play the Curse of the Bell in this one? I guess we do. And maybe we should stop here. Yeah, let's stop here. Hey, we got Aggregate. I like getting Aggregate. At this point, it's just play all of your cards, basically. Actually, maybe I should stop, because I want some cards for future turns. But we have a whole lot of block in the deck, and we don't actually want that against the Transient. So let's keep playing cards. We blind him a whole bunch, that's good. And this is basically just getting through our deck so that we can reshuffle. Dual cast, go for the zap. Glacier. I mean, we definitely want to play it. But it's a little sad. We get to play Good Instincts. Too bad we don't get to play Defragment. There's the Charge Battery that we added. So far it's been kind of a negative influence on the deck. Oh well. Took damage this turn. Part of that is because of Charge Battery. But to be fair, this is a special battle. You care about attacks so much more than defense in this battle. I will not take another Charge Battery. The Force Field is getting better, right? Force Field is getting better, but it's really bad the first time we draw it. So I'm not going to take it. Turbo gives us a Void in our discard, which is pretty bad. Messes with the Unceasing Top. Let's not take it. So where are we going? We are going this path. This is where we get to choose whether I'm going to even try to go to Act 3 or Act 4. Let's take it. Take the Sapphire Key. I think we will die very easily in Act 4, but I would love to get there. Okay, in this shop, I see the Toy Ornithopter. That's kind of a nice pickup. And then, of course, removing a card is always good. Don't really need a potion right now, so I think I'm going to just take the Toy Ornithopter. And be done. Alright, Reptomancer. One of the ones that I thought would be a problem, and now that I'm here, kinda don't think it's gonna be a problem. We'll see. I mean, I do have a block-heavy deck, not what you want for the Reptomancer. Blind. Let's blind the main one. Rebound over there. Oh man, where do we put FTL? I guess we put FTL here because then the lightning orb might kill it. Oh right, we get to draw FTL again. I forgot that we had rebounded. Great. Killed the daggers. And all for one gets back mainly a bunch of block. Great. This fight is going just fine. Creative AI. Have to decide whether to play that. Charge battery is actually helpful this time. So big question, do we play Creative AI? I think we do. The problem point is that Creative AI will create powers and put them in the left part of the hand, which is kind of the worst for us. Because we don't get to choose whether to play those powers. But I think I will play it. And we just have to not... We just have to not get really unlucky with the powers. Hello World is getting pretty unlucky, honestly. That puts another card in the leftmost part of our hand. Not where we want those cards to go. Unfortunately, we have to rebound Glacier, which means we have to play Glacier again right here for... Oh, actually, Unceasing Top doesn't work if you have a wound in your hand, of course. We got another Hello World? Oh no. All of a sudden this battle is doing much worse than it was. At least we have zero cost attacks. Because the left of our hand is going to be 3 cards that we can't choose between. Alright. The electrodynamics is actually good though. This is not good though. Oh well. We get to go for Eyes the dagger, which is important because it dies from the lightning orbs now. And I don't see a reason to play that Steam Barrier. Another electrodynamics. The first one was fine, the second one is not fine. The hologram is terrible as a block card. Stack is pretty bad. At least we get to play Zap and Blind. Oh man, that Creative AI has been bad for us. Yeah, it's been pretty bad for us, right? We're going just fine in this battle because it was going great before. Another electrodynamics. I only needed 1. I was happy about the 1. Normal enemies drop an additional card reward. Kind of late to get that. Blessing of the Forge is quite good. I think I'm going to replace this colorless potion with that. And let's skip these. Another Writhing Mass. Alright. Do we stop immediately or do we hit with the strike? Hitting with the strike would mean we get to play the machine learning. Hello Gabriel, welcome back. If we hit with the strike, we get to play the machine learning, but we also change up what the Writhing Mass is doing, which I think is bad for us. Let's not play it. trying to think of whether we need to use a potion here. I don't know which potion. That hand was pretty decent. Okay, we've got 2 attacks. Hit with the first one, definitely. Do we hit with the rebound? I think we do. And we still don't get a curse. We've been very lucky. Very lucky not getting curses. I'm not going to push that luck, though. Let's not attack with the ball lightning. Alright, that's the curse. So, if anything, we definitely have to play an attack now. And then I will play All for One. No curse, that's good. I will not play the FTL. Let's play the rest. Avoid those curses. Do we play the ball lightning? Yes, because it doesn't change what the writhing mass is doing. Man, I wish I could play that aggregate more often. It's very nice when it appears at the left of the hand. Dual cast, defend, and blind. Do we play the strike? I think the answer is no, which means we don't play anything. I have not won yet. We are in Act 3, Floor 46. We are still going. I have more belief that we will win than I did before, but we have not yet won. Oh no, we're gonna get cursed. Is there a way for me to avoid this curse? Yes, with Liquid Memories. Playing Liquid Memories to avoid a curse is definitely worth it. So, Liquid Memories. Would I like to play All for One? All for One or Ball Lightning? I guess All for One is strictly better than Ball Lightning because it also gets back Zap. Yeah, All for One. Alright. We avoided the curse. We had to use a potion to avoid the curse, though. We can rebound a Ball Lightning. We are oh so close to winning this battle, though. In fact, all I have to do is end my turn. Actually, I didn't even need to end it. The Mercury Hourglass took the kill. I don't want Equilibrium. We could get another Machine Learning. If I like the first one, wouldn't I want a second one? Recycle. Ooh. Recycle is interesting, because I get to choose which card Recycle exhausts. But I don't necessarily get to choose that I exhaust a card. So Recycle is a weird one. It's both beneficial and detrimental. I think that means I'm not going to take it. But it's very interesting that it's an option. Is it so interesting that I try it anyway? Yes, it is. I'm interested. How good is Recycle in this challenge? This is my only way to find out. Is to try it. I guess let's recall. Alright, so we have to play Recycle. This is a time that Recycle is good, because we get to recycle to defend. Which means our first turn gets to be even better than it was going to be. So Recycle has gotten us... Recycle allowed me to play Defragment Plus on the first turn. So far, that's been very good. Machine Learning, Rebound, Blind. So Rebound and then Blind. Curse of the Bell. I hate you. I wish you were out of my deck, but you refuse. White Noise gives us Heat Sinks. We actually do have Machine Learning, at least, so it might draw us one card. All of you are weakened. Aha. All of my foes are weakened. And they still deal me damage. Aggregate. When you only have 2 cards in your deck, is a dumb thing to play, but we play it anyway. No reason to play Steam Barrier. So Rebound, Ball Lightning. The recycle is at the very end, which means it doesn't get to recycle anything. Which means we don't even get to play it. Actually, it could recycle to defend. Never mind. It's actually good. It's been good twice. Because this turn we get to recycle to defend, which we don't want in our deck anyway, and we get to play a second Ball Lightning. Great. So far I've drawn the recycle twice, and it has been good both times. That's surprisingly worthwhile. This All for One is quite good. Gets back all of those cards. Recycle. We could just not play the recycle, or we could recycle that Steam Barrier. Let's recycle the Steam Barrier. That way we get to play the FTL and the Blind. So it was middling that time. It wasn't the worst, wasn't the best. So far I've been pretty happy with what it's done. The recycle, that is. Go for the eyes on you. Actually, I targeted the wrong one there. So Rebound Glacier. No, it's going to rebound Good Instincts. And we're going to play an FTL. I want to kill this left one. So Rebound, Good Instincts. We play Glacier. He died. He died in a way I didn't expect. Good. And then we press end turn for victory. Entropic Brew. Wonderful potion. We definitely do not want a Sunder, or a Streamline, or a Leap. How about a second Aggregate? The first one has been usually good. Sometimes not so good. A second one, therefore, will be about the same. And it will be more cards in the deck, so it might be better. Alternatively, we could get a Beam Cell, which applies Vulnerable, something that we don't have. I've rejected it several times, but this time it's upgraded. And the fact that it's upgraded makes it much better. Let's take the Beam Cell. Alright, last Smith. What are we going to Smith? Our boss is the Time Eater. That's pretty bad for us. We could Smith Dual Cast. I both like and dislike that. We could Smith Rebound, just give it 3 more attack. We could do that to Ball Lightning as well. We kind of have enough weak in the deck, so there's no reason to upgrade Go for the Eyes. So I guess I'm going to do a basic attack upgrade, being the Ball Lightning. And let's win. I really want to win this challenge. Do I use a potion right now? No. Unless it's the strength potion. Strength potion I'm okay with. Let's use a potion. Play this defend or not play this defend? Play the defend. So we could play at most 7 cards this turn. Alright, well we'll play 7 cards this turn then. Good Instincts is fine. FTL, okay. Machine Learning, okay, fine. Sad that that's where we're going to end, but there it is. Machine Learning, Ball Lightning, and Defrag. Great. Glad to play those. Let's see what the white noise has in it. Creative AI. That was really bad last time. It can't be that bad a second time, right? Can't be that bad a second time. Curse of the Bell we are definitely playing. Let's not draw that again. And is Chill worth it? Yes. Is Defend worth it? At this point we're only playing 3 cards next turn. No, Defend is not worth it. How about that? Time Eater's not attacking us, so we can play 3 cards and not get attacked. Very nice. Loop is pretty good in the Time Eater fight. We can play a lot of cards this turn, so let's play a lot of cards. I don't think my deck is great against Time Eater because a lot of my cards don't do a lot of attack or damage. Do I play Steam Barrier? No. No, we do not. We get 3 cards next turn. I do like a Capacitor. I don't like that my 3 cards are Capacitor, Defend, Zap. Yeah, that's not great. I think this is a time for a potion. So we do this potion because we've got to before we open this one. Dexterity is quite good in this battle. Let's do Dexterity. So, that didn't help this turn much, but it did make this Defend give a lot more block than it was going to. Okay, what is halfway on the Time Eater? We're not there yet. It's 228 is halfway. Let's play another Capacitor. I think I'm going to stop here for this turn. So now the Time Eater is going to heal itself. I'm very happy to play a Buffer. And then there's no reason to play anything else this turn, because the Time Eater is going to heal itself to half, even if I deal damage. But the Buffer was good to play. Another Creative AI. Ick. It's 2 Creative AIs. 2 Creative AIs might really mess up our deck. We're already buffering this hit, but I would like to play that Ball Lightning. So I could do Creative AI, Ball Lightning, Charge Battery. The Charge Battery doesn't do anything this turn. The extra Lightning Orb is nice. I think I'm going to play nothing. The other option is Gambler's Brew the creative AI away. I think I would care about that more if we didn't have a buffer, so I'm not going to do it. Alright, another capacitor. How many capacitors do we need? I'm not sure. We will cast... Playing this exhaust, we can exhaust that strike if we want. Or actually this defend. Let's exhaust the defend. So, we are going to play Beam Cell Strike. At this point we're doing... Actually, aggregate, we can play 3 more cards this turn. Defend, Steam Barrier, these are terrible cards to play. Oh well. At least we can play as many as we can this turn. And the defragment is nice. The defragment is nice. All for one is fine. The Good Instincts is great, 14 block right now. And the Blind is great. That reduced the damage by 12. No, more than 12. Sorry, 18. That reduced the damage by 18. Is the Steam Barrier worth playing? Yes. A machine learning, fine. We never are able to play all the cards, but sure, add more machine learnings to the deck. We get to play 2 cards here. And I think we've already won. We've already won. I can click the end turn button and win. Alright! The first time I've won this challenge after several attempts. I've tried with each of the characters once and the defect twice. So the 5th time was the charm. The Automaton challenge, you always play your cards left to right. I defeated that with the defect on Ascension 3. Wonderful. Let's see if I can extend how far, let's say, how far I can extend that into Act 4. Because we do get to go to Act 4. We just don't necessarily get to win. Thank you, Mr. Bob the Bob. Alright, what are we smithing? There's not many things that are worth smithing. The Go for the Eyes might be the time. It might be the time for Go for the Eyes. Or it could be Dual Cast. Let's do Dual Cast. Dual Cast being 0 cost does help in some circumstances. We could have 2 more strength in the next fight, but not the heart fight. We could have Distilled Chaos, which is quite nice. Static Discharge is good against the heart in particular. So I think I'm going to take the Distilled Chaos because that's really nice. And then we cannot remove a card. We have exactly enough to get the Sling of Courage. Does that mean I will get the Sling of Courage? I don't think so. But it's either the Sling of Courage or the Static Discharge. The Sling of Courage is a definite help. The Static Discharge is probably helpful. Let's take it. No Sling of Courage because, honestly, these are not the problem. The heart is the problem. I mean, these are still a little bit of a problem, but I think the heart is going to be a much bigger problem. Curse the Bell, bringing us down a point in health already. I have to rebound to defend. That doesn't seem great. And we have to hit the Spear. The Spear is the most dangerous one here, I think. Alright, not a great first turn. We do have the Gambler's Brew. I might use that next turn. I probably won't. Oh, right. We're only in Ascension 3. In Ascension 3, the burns go in your discard, not in later Ascensions where they go on the top of your deck. It's much worse when they go on the top of your deck. So this turn, it looks like we're taking damage. Ooh. I have a difficult decision to make. I could use the Gambler's Brew to get rid of the Ball Lightning and the Strike. That would allow me to play Defrag, Blind, Aggregate, and then whatever is on the top of my deck. I think that's pretty nice. And we are taking a lot of damage this turn, so let's do it. It also heals us for 1. So Defrag, Blind you, definitely. Aggregate, get more energy. Recycle the Steam Barrier, not what I wanted to do, but fine. Play a different Steam Barrier. Good Instincts. Good Instincts. Defend. Machine Learning, Ball Lightning. Who are we attacking? The Spire. Already decided that. Should I turn around to give Blind to the shield? If I do, the Spire will be dealing me more damage. Unless I can turn around again. The things that would allow me to turn around again in my deck are FTL, Beam Cell, and All for One. That's not great. That's not a lot of ways to turn around. And the All for One only works if I still have 2 energy when I draw it. Yeah, let's not turn around. Chill is nice. Dual Cast is fine. White Noise, what do you have? Defragment. I like it. Keep making defragments. And the Charge Battery. You're currently dealing 28 damage. Yeah, the Charge Battery is worth it, right? Yes. Is the Beam Cell worth it? Yes. The All for One is going to be bad. It's going to be bad no matter what. So, draw it this turn. Alright, good time to turn around. So, Static Discharge, we're going to do Ball Lightning on this one. And then Blind you. We get to turn around no matter what with the Beam Cell, so let's keep hitting the Spire Shield while we can. Aggregate gives us energy. And let's keep your vulnerable up. And then Blind you again, go for the Eyes you. Now I think we focus on the shield, because we are not guaranteed to be able to turn around. Especially with 2 burns in the deck. We surprisingly drew none of those burns yet. I'm actually hoping to draw a burn. There we go. Get rid of one of the burns. That means the next burn is going to stop us. Yeah, that burn's right there, so we can't use the Unceasing Top this turn. Oh, we can because we have Recycle. Oh, Recycle. Recycles the burn. Recycle the burn. I mean, that still doesn't allow us to use the Unceasing Top, but Recycle has been great. Much better than expected. Two more burns. We've already got a burn. Have to play the all for one first. And then blind. We will blind you. Defend, Ball Lightning you. the dual cast on the Frost Orb, and defeat you. Alright, Spire Shield down. We're at full health. We've only used one potion. Can't play the burn. Don't play the burn. Can't play it. But I can recycle the burn. Let's recycle those burns. I like it. And there's the other burn. I think I have 2 left in the deck. Rebound the defend. Rebound has been the worst decision I've made, by the way. Putting a rebound in this deck was pointless. Aggregate. Alright. Of course, we drew a burn immediately, so the aggregate doesn't allow us to keep going. Can we win? The all for one might do it. Yeah, go for the eyes, defend, ball lightning. Great. And we got a mango. Raise our max HP by 14. That's very nice. 101 health. And a replacement potion. So, what do we bring in with us to the heart? Do I want the barrage, for example? The barrage does essentially 18 damage. It cost 1, though. But I do think I need more attack. I think I do need more attack values. Alright, let's go against the heart. Play your cards only left to right. We will, of course, play the strength potion. I think I'll wait until the end of the turn to play Essence of Darkness. Don't know when I play Distilled Chaos. Probably not this turn. I have to recycle the machine learning. Not the best, but oh well. All for one gets back recycle. Alright. Rebound Steam Barrier. Okay, fine. We'll keep going. Blind is perfect for the heart. Dual cast, fine. Curse of the Bell, let's get rid of that. The Barrage. Okay, maybe we play Essence of Darkness now, because then the barrage does more damage. And we are getting the kunai. We've gotten 2 dexterity from the kunai this turn. Great. That was a pretty good first turn. So zap, chill, white noise. That's all we have. Seems like a good turn to play Distilled Chaos. Distilled Chaos, what's on top? A defend. We played a slimed. Well, at least it got rid of it. The beam cell doesn't do much. The zap doesn't do much. The only reason I'm considering playing cards is because of white noise. Because the zap and the chill are not great here. So let's not play cards. Just take our 43 damage. Ouch. Okay, this turn, because of static discharge, the heart is going to deal itself a lot of damage. Especially if we play defrag, which we will. Now it's going to deal us a fair amount of damage too, but it's going to deal itself a lot of damage. Now, we're already down to 34 health. The the aggregate does nothing. The FTL does something, though. And chill is fine. Ooh, aggregate lets us play Glacier. Great. We don't play dual cast. Got rid of the Void. Void is no longer in the deck. We have Blind, but the Heart has artifact charges. Still, we gain block by playing cards, so we've got to play those cards. And we get stuck with the burn. Alright, we're not dead yet, though. We get to recycle a card. I guess we recycle a defend, but not the first defend. We recycle the second defend. So we get to play Go for the Eyes. Yes. Recycle defend. Defend, zap, Go for the Eyes, weaken the Heart. Weaken is good. Rebound. Well, we do have more defense in the deck. We should play. Machine Learning, okay. All for One. All for One is incredible. Let's play All for One. Great. Keep that Heart weak. We like a weak Heart. Do we get rid of... What do we get rid of here? Maybe the Zap? I like the Zap, though. Maybe the Go for the Eyes. I think the Go for the Eyes is losing its value. Okay, so we're taking no damage here. And we get to keep going. Alright. We might win this. I'm starting to believe. So we blind. Then we play rebound. Then we play recycle. And we can recycle the burn. Get rid of that burn. Okay, 4 times 12. We can recycle the wound. Recycling the wound is good. The main problem here is that we have no block in our hand. We gain block from the frost orbs when we evoke them, though. So recycle the wound. And then play all of the cards. Aggregate. Alright. Our defends do 10 block apiece now, so they're quite nice. All for one, yes. Our deck has been very kind to us in this heart fight. Very kind. What are we getting rid of? Maybe the FTL? Yeah, let's get rid of the FTL at this point. Dual cast, Steam Barrier, Good Instincts. Okay, we don't get to play the charge battery. We are not dying. And the heart is going to cause us to get lots of lightning orbs because of static discharge. That is a very good outcome. And we have defense. Great. Defend, Good Instincts, defend, aggregate, Glacier. Oh man. I did not believe until like halfway through the heart fight, but we did it. All right. We defeated Ascension 3. We defeated the Corrupt Heart on Ascension 3. Always playing our leftmost playable card. And this was our deck. We had a fair number of defends left in the deck, but they were not too bad because of Kunai. We had a good number of zero-cost cards. That, along with Unceasing Top, was really good. Unceasing Top drew 139 cards. And those Good Instincts that I bought at the shop, man, those Good Instincts were much better purchases than I thought they were at the time. All right. Fantastic win. All right, let's see our score. Kaka combo makes a lot of sense in this one. And we got well fed because we increased our max HP by a fair amount. Granted, most of that was the mango. The mango and the strawberry did a fair amount of that. All right. Well, that is going to be the last one for the stream this time. I'm very excited to have won that challenge. It was the only one of my challenges that I had not won. So winning it once feels real good. And of course that sets a new personal best that I have to try to defeat later. So it only gets harder from here. There will be more challenges next time. Thanks everyone for coming. And I will see you next time.